Hello YouTube! What's up? Today's video, we're reviewing the Target and Walmart exclusive Kaioken Goku. I haven't said this on my channel, but I've been hunting this guy since the moment he came out. The Namek Saga is one of my favorites. So much that I actually have two other Namek Saga figures. I've already reviewed one, but the other one I will be reviewing soon. It might come after this, or another review. But yeah, I love the Namek Saga. It's one of my favorite arcs in Dragon Ball. Just so many great moments, especially Super Saiyan. But yeah, let's dig in. So, here's the box, you know, the standard packaging. It looks really good. Mine's dented because I actually did not find this guy in stores. My friend found it, and he bought it for me. It was a Stick with a Tick, shouting him out. Go subscribe to him on YouTube. He is awesome. He does cool animations. But yeah, he found it in stores for me, and my dad went and picked it up. And sadly, it got a dent right here, but that's fine. But yeah, you know, it's got all the stuff, super modeling, super action. Anyways, let's get him out of the box. And as you can see here, it's got the instructions like I did with Trunks. Anyways, let's throw aside the box. And here's the plastic. And as you can see here, actually, this is something really neat. This guy was only $35. But he comes with 2 head sculpts. I have another figure that comes with more than 1 head sculpt, but that guy was $75. So, let's go ahead and get him out of the package. Let's take him out. And here he is in all his glory. He's really cool, actually. This is a repaint of the original 2020 Kaioken Goku, but the one thing I like that this version has over that is this guy's got a matte finish, so he looks way nicer. I don't know, glossy finish only really works in some time, on like rare occasions. Like, I like the glossy finish on Super Saiyan Trunks' hair, but like, I feel like the glossy finish on this guy would look weird, so I'm glad that this guy is a matte finish, although something that I do like about the glossy finish is that it makes these parts look purple, but here they just kind of look brown. But, yeah, getting into articulation, he can look up that far. Tetra here, as you can tell, it's like in the butt crack of dawn, it's the next day after filming. I forgot to mention, with his normal Goku hair, like instead of the flowing hair, it does limit the upwards movement a little. You can look up a little more with the flowing hair. So, his head can look up that far with the normal head. He looks up farther with the flowing hair, but I don't want to get that out right now. He can look down that far. His arms can do a full 360. His arms can do a full 360. So, over 90 degrees at the elbow. Butterfly joint. His sleeve is articulated. I don't know how to feel about that. He's got a wrist hinge and a wrist rotation, which are separate actually. His leg can kick up that far, bend in over 90 degrees, ankle pivot, toe joint. He can split. He can do the splits about that much, and he can also 360 at the head. His obi is articulated. Ab crunch that much. Crunch back that much. And yeah, that covers articulation. Now, on to accessories. So, just like Trunks, he doesn't actually come up with that much, but I think this guy's a better deal than Trunks. So this guy comes with 3 faces, including his neutral face, just like Trunks. And 2 pairs of hands, and 3 pairs of hands, including his normal face. So he's got the fighting pose hand that pretty much all Gokus come with, and let me get him, and the Kamehameha hands that all Gokus come with, because he has to fire the Kamehameha. But unlike Trunks, as you already know, he comes with 2 head sculpts. So he's got the normal Goku hair. So, like, maybe you don't want him having the flowing up hair, and you want him to just get in a pose where he's just, like, normal. You got the normal hair for that. However, something I don't like about the other faces, and I think the normal Kaioken has over this, like the original Kaioken, is that the faces, both faces, excluding all faces excluding the neutral one, have a side eye, which, you know me, I'm not a real big fan of side eyes, because it just kind of, especially on faces where it's really important, because you can only pose them in, like, a certain way. Like, I was kind of indifferent on it with Superhero, since it was just a different version of his neutral face. And while I would have preferred a gritting teeth face, it's not like it was a super important face like a screaming face. But for this guy, it has that. But the skin tone matches with the 2020 Kaioken. So if you wanted to swap their faces, you totally could. But yeah, my phone's gonna die, so I'm gonna plug it in, and then I'm gonna get into comparisons. Alright, let's get into scale. So first off, here he is with his fellow Namek Saga Gokus. So, I think he's... so, he scales pretty good with them. Let me move them all back so you can see them better. Scales pretty good with them. He's like the exact same height as Saiyan Raised on Earth. Maybe he's a little taller than Legendary. I can't tell. Even so, the hair makes up for it. Yeah, he scales really well. Let's move these guys. Also, this review is coming. It's gonna happen after another review, though. Here he is with the movie characters. Here he is with Trunks. He's slightly taller. Finally, here he is with the next review. Stand up. Stand up. Here he is with the next review. I think Spider-Man's a little taller, which would make sense, considering Spidey is 5'10", I believe, in the MCU. So, height accuracy. God, what the... Stand up, Spidey. What the hell? God. So they scale accurately. Now time for some other figures. Here he is next to the worst figure I own. Why is he so tiny? This figure just kind of stinks. I don't know, there's not a lot of good stuff about it past the plastic stuff, but it's for another video. And then here he is with a somewhat decent figure, but that is sadly broken. Because, his neck snapped, so he's just been holding on because of clay. But here he is next to the best Marvel Legends I own, which I know it's sad that that's the best. Here he is next to Dragon Star's Beerus. And finally, here he is next to let me get you to a place where you can stand. Here he is next to Dragon Star's Gohan. So, getting scale out of the way, I'd say it's pretty worth it. I mean, he only comes with 2 pairs of hands, but for $35 and 2 extra head sculpts, I don't really think you can complain that much. I mean, Like, he looks great. The matte finish is really nice. You know, I actually noticed the neck peg is actually a little thicker. Let me get Sand Raised on Earth. Let me get him. The neck peg is actually a little thicker than Sand Raised on Earth because they designed him with head swaps in mind. While Sand Raised on Earth did eventually get alternate heads in the future with accessory packs, he wasn't designed with it in mind necessarily. But this guy was, because he comes with he comes with an alternate head in the box, which I think is awesome. But yeah, he's got your standard SHF articulation. You know, he's the same price as your standard $35 rig. And like for two separate head sculpts, like this guy also has two separate head sculpts, but like this guy was $75. So I'd expect something like that out of this guy. But $35 for this. I'd say if you can find him, I feel like you shouldn't pay anything over the $35 though. Like maybe 40. But like if you don't, I feel like don't try to buy him online because you're gonna see a lot of people selling him for more. I'd say you should just try your hand at finding him in stores. But if you really have to buy him online, I'd still even think he's worth it then. But, you know, some people like to sell him upwards of 50, and I just don't think I would want to buy it at that price. Considering that, like, he doesn't come with that much stuff. I mean, he comes with, like, 2 alternate heads, but, like, you know. But, yeah, I'd say, you know, he's worth it. Even if you find him for, like, maybe $45 online, I'd say you should still pick him up. He scales well with all the other Figuarts. I mean, he looks great. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for this review. That's it for this review. I'll see you in the next one. The next one being Spider-Man. See ya.